Galacticos, we are live. Welcome today. I have a very special surprise for you at the end of today's real news. So do not go anywhere. Do not leave. I guarantee you're going to enjoy the surprise. I guarantee you'll be very happy. You've been asking for this for a long time now. So don't despair. Anyway, let's talk about some things. Let's talk about what happened yesterday at the World Cup qualifiers all over the world. Galacticos says, saludos de Ecuador. Stefan Schwarzmeier, friend Stefan Schwarzmeier, how are you? First, says Shan the man, Tom, Stefan Schwarzmeier, Jose Ramirez. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the games. I wasn't able to watch any of the games in full. I watched all of the resúmenes, all of the highlights today. Because, of course, as you know, in South America, they play very late. The Peru game was at 3 in the morning. The Colombia-Brazil was at 2:45 in the morning. So it's difficult to follow. Kimo says, Ashley! Not yet. Not yet. Ramos and Pepe or Ramos and Varane. Probably Ramos and Varane. I think this is what's been working so far. So let's talk about the results of the games last night. A lot of games that include us or interest us Madridistas. Says Munem Cartouche, our friend Munem Cartouche. Welcome. So I'm going to show you a little picture of boom! Of what? A lot of games. All right, so Wales against Moldavia. 4-0, 2 goals by Gareth Bale, which is, for me, really good news. Because, it means Bale is in form. Bale is ready. Bale will play on Saturday. Bale is 100%. Then Belarus and France. Tight 0-0. Griezmann wasn't able to break anything there. But Varane was a starter. Varane is definitely, it's a fix in the lineup of France. He's always there. He played with Koscielny instead of Umtiti. Barcelona fans might not be very happy. But yeah, Varane is a starter. It's a sure starter in France. He played the 90 minutes. It was 0-0. Bad result for France. But still, it's the first game. I don't think really France is going to have any complications to qualify to the World Cup. Let's see more results. Croatia and Turkey, 1-1 with a goal by Rakitic. Modric played. Kovacic didn't play 1 minute. Switzerland and Portugal, 2-0. That was interesting, of course. No Pepe, no Cristiano, and maybe, Portugal, the Portuguese ship kind of, let's say, beached without Cristiano and Pepe. But yeah, still, it's important to know in Europe, the qualifiers is the first match day. So, they were fighting for the first points. Let's see, maybe this is the start of a bad, process for Portugal, but maybe not. It's just the first game. I don't think Portugal will be out of the World Cup. So, but yeah, that's what happened yesterday. What else? We have Norway-Germany, 3-0 for Germany on an away game. Apparently, another good display by Toni Kroos, who didn't score. But, Germany is a very powerful team. Says Benzema, we're still bad though. Should Ronaldo start again? Osasuna. Saludos a Peru. Guys, nobody watched the World Cup qualifiers yesterday? Let's talk a little bit more. Spain, 8-0. Against Liechtenstein. That was probably the most, the most absurd result. Even though, Spain against Liechtenstein. Morata scored twice. And that is something that you might find interesting. Galacticos says no Benzema in France, no party. Well, they were very close to having a big party without Benzema. But I do agree with you, Nicolas Susac. I think a player like Benzema, in a national team like France, I don't think they can afford to have Benzema out. It is true that, they almost won the Euro Cup without him, but in my opinion, it was Benzema or Giroud instead of Benzema. And even though I don't think Benzema is the best number 9 in the world, I do think Giroud is terrible. So I do agree with you. I think Benzema instead of Giroud could have been a very different story for France, even yesterday with a 0-0, but I don't think Benzema will go again. So Spain and Liechtenstein, Morata scored twice, apparently in a great display as well. Says Morata on fire, 2 goals in 2 minutes. There you go. Again, we've been talking about a lot of players doing well in their national teams, but that well not being able to translate in their performances with Real Madrid. Case of James Rodriguez. And hopefully not Morata. He scored twice. He's on fire. Hopefully he'll be on fire with Real Madrid as well. Let's see more results. Uruguay 4-0 to Paraguay with 2 goals from Cavani and Luis Suarez, which apparently had a great game yesterday. They've now both scored 80 goals for the national team combined, Suarez and Cavani, so good for them. Venezuela and Argentina, 2-2. This is one of the games we were talking a couple days before. I thought it was going to be an easy win for Argentina. It just comes to show, I mean, they have a lot of players, but how vulgar they are without Messi. They suffered. They were losing 2-0 with a beautiful goal, the first goal by Venezuela. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's beautiful. And then, they needed Otamendi to save Argentina near the end of the game. It's just vulgar without Messi. But, as I've been saying all this time, very difficult games in the World Cup qualifiers in South America. Very tough games. I don't think no national team in the world would have it easy or would find it easy to play Ecuador in Quito, to play Colombia in Barranquilla, or to play Brazil in Brazil. So I just leave that there. But still, Argentina 2-2. I think it's a bad result. Let's see more results. Venezuela, Argentina, okay. Chile and Bolivia. This is one of my predictions that was absolutely wrong. Kimo, you will not riot. Relax. Stay put. I thought, I was very vocal about Chile not complicating themselves, beating Bolivia at home. But yeah, you can never really predict anything in this tournament. That's why I love it so much. But 0-0. It's a good point for Bolivia. It's a bad point for Chile. But I was expecting more from the American champions, that's for sure. But, it didn't happen. And then, of course, I think the main course of the night was the Brazil-Colombia. I was, again, expecting more from Colombia. Apparently, they didn't play as well as they did against Venezuela, naturally. But Brazil did play a lot better than what they have been playing lately. It was maybe a bit of an exhibition by Neymar. Great performance by Casemiro. To all of those people saying like, oh, Casemiro is not a world-class player because his name is Casemiro. That's what I think. I don't know why somebody would say that Casemiro isn't a world-class player. Why? He's a starter at Real Madrid, champion of Europe with Real Madrid. He's now a starter in the national team of Brazil. Brazil haven't been doing well in the last years, but still, if you're a starter in Brazil, you can't be that bad. But people, I don't know. People say Casemiro is not a world-class striker. Maybe you can illustrate me. Why do you think Galacticos people say Casemiro is not a world-class player? James played well, but I think Colombia was a bit overwhelmed by Brazil. 2-1. Shout out for Nathan Fernandez. Do you think that Navas what? Lacazette should definitely start. He's a very good striker. I tell you honestly, I don't think it'll be hard for France to find a better striker than Olivier Giroud. Even Gameiro, they have Gameiro. He was called for this game. He wasn't taken to the Euro Cup, but still. Will Bale. What about James? What about James? I don't know. He played. I think he played a good game. Actually, it was his pass that ended in the first, in Colombia's goal, in the draw at the moment, 1-1. Then Neymar kind of broke the score and, scored a second goal for Brazil. If you want to take it to that realm of, Neymar versus James, I think Neymar outplayed James last night for sure. Neymar was a bit of a nightmare for the Colombian defense. And then the last result, of course, Peru. We beat Ecuador. I was not expecting that. I was not very optimistic about it, but yeah, we did it. So that's what happened in the South American World Cup qualifiers. Let's say Casemiro is amazing, honestly. I completely agree, man. And that's what I was asking you. Why would somebody say that nowadays? Maybe 2 years ago when we signed him back and it was like, oh, it's a bit of a gamble. But after that, why would you say that he's not a world-class player? Why? He started Real Madrid. In Brazil, he played a great game last night. He practically ate Colombia's midfield on his own. But is Keylor Navas fit? That's an interesting thing. Keylor Navas is not fit yet. A lot of people were expecting him to be back by this point of the season. Definitely, this was the game where we all expected to have our full squad. Now, we have our full squad ready, but Keylor Navas, something kind of complicated with the injury, so he won't be back maybe for another 2 or 3 weeks, which is, in a way, not really worrying me, because Kiko Casilla has been great so far. Whenever he's been demanded or needed at the goal, he's done well. But, Keylor is Keylor, and not having Keylor is always, where is Keylor? That's the thing. So no, to answer your question, he's not fit. Cheta Enehuevara, he's not fit for the next game. Says, también you also speak English? Yes, I do. Casemiro or Kanté? Okay, this is a good question. Who do you prefer? I prefer Casemiro. All right, let's say Casemiro is a more. I feel has a bit more of experience in the top leagues. At top level. Because let's say now Kante played a great season at Leicester, but a year ago, had you heard about Kante? Did you know who Kante was? I didn't. I'm gonna be brutally honest. He was called for the national team. He played the first few games, and then he kind of lost his role in the team during the Euro Cup in 4 or 5 games. So yeah, Kante played an awesome season. I watched Leicester play live. I went to Sunderland. I watched him play. I focused on Kante for a very long part of the game, and he was amazing. But this is the thing. Like, why? Why are we questioning Casemiro or Kante? Like, why would Kante be better than Casemiro? I think this is just a bit of a craze of the summer. Let's sign these guys. They're great. Like the same thing that happened with Sissoko. And then again, like, they're not that good, man. They're not that good. And I don't think they're better than Casemiro. That's my answer. I know, it says, I think Jose will be amazing in PSG, and we will buy him again like Morata. We need academy guys to be legends. I think that's more of an emotional thing. I don't think that's a pragmatical way of thinking. I mean, it would be nice, but it's not like we need academy players to become legends. We don't need that. That's my opinion, I think. I don't think we need that. It would be nice, but we don't need it. Llegué tarde. Sorry, you're late, man. Keylor Navas is a world-class keeper. There you go. That's for sure. Kante is more dynamic in going forward. Casemiro is more physical. Okay, I'm not saying they're the same players. They have different abilities. But, I don't think for the needs of Real Madrid, I don't think Kante is better than Casemiro. At all. And there's one thing with Kante and Casemiro. I see Kante, he's more dynamic. He's faster. Maybe even a little bit better at handling the ball. But I don't think he takes decisions as well as Casemiro does. Just decisions are like when to pass, where to pass, or who to pass the ball to. Small decisions that are not really tied to your talent or how good you are as a player, but how smart you are as a player. And I think Casemiro is showing to be a lot smarter than a lot of people give him credit for. So, don't touch my Casemiro. Says, do you think Jerome Boateng is better than Ramos and Pepe? No, I don't. Who's your favorite player? Real Chari, our friend Real Chari, from now or from all time, I don't know. My favorite player has always been Ronaldo Luis, Ronaldo Fenomeno, Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima. Are we signing Donnarumma? I guess you're referring to the Italian goalkeeper. I don't think that's happening. There have been some rumors in the press, but I don't think that's happening. Zidane should leave. Leave where? I don't know. I don't agree with that. Manchester City have opportunity to win the Champions. I think right now 32 teams have opportunity of winning the Champions, to be honest with you. Agüero or Benzema? Agüero. I would say Agüero. Neymar destroyed Colombia. That's our feeling here. Yeah. How about Morata? What about Morata? People are asking for the Spanish live. It will be in 15 minutes. Iñaki will be with you. So, okay. I'm going to bring you a surprise. Galacticos. So, I have a special guest today. You want to see her. I know you want to see her. So, she's going to come here and tell you. Let's call for her. Galacticos, you have to scream with me. Ashley! Look, Galacticos, look what I found! Look what I found! Galacticos!
Hello! I'm here. Where are the comments? Here?
Yeah.
Hi, guys. I didn't leave the channel. No. I'm here. I'm back. I just got back yesterday. No, we don't want Ashley back, says Rajwari. Oh, that's very sad. I hope he's being sarcastic, Bivey. Ashley in the house. Yes, I was gone for the whole summer, for all of August, at home in California. So if you guys were wondering where I was, maybe some of you weren't, some of you were. Hey, that's where I was, and I'm back, and I'm super excited for this new season. I missed the first 2 league matches. Is that right? The first 2 league matches, but I was able to see them abroad in California, and I also missed the Supercopa, which was a great game. We won in overtime. So yeah, that was awesome, and I'm back. I don't know what to say. I'm back. Do you guys want to know what I was doing? I was home in California. I went to a wedding. Got to see my family. My nephew was born. Actually, he was born like 6 months ago. And let's see, what are people saying? Hello, hello. My vacation was wonderful. The weather was very mild, and I've come back to Madrid. It's so hot here. What have I done today? I came into the office today, and I caught a glimpse of Bale. He was doing this, I don't even know what it was, with Adidas and Foot Locker, and we went out there because he was right by our office, and I just caught a glimpse of him. We were a little bit late. Let's see. Somebody says the Navas fanboy is gone, thank God. And the Navas fangirl is here, that's me. Let's see. Welcome back, thank you very much. Let's see, what did anyone ask? I think someone asked earlier what my prediction for this match would be. Osasuna just came back into the first division, am I correct? They were just ascended. I think it's gonna be kind of a blowout. What does V say, 6-0? I'm gonna go, maybe not 6-0. Maybe I'll say 4-0. Navas are newer. I am gonna sound like a fangirl, but I love, V, help me, I clicked out of something. I love Keylor, so I'm gonna say Keylor Navas. What did I click out of? Ah, there it is, perfect. Sorry, guys. I just did it again. Mándeme saludos. Where did I go? Hello to Jared Trejo. My favorite player on this current team or in history of football, my favorite player ever of all time was Ronaldinho. But my favorite players on this team, oh gosh, there's so many. I've always loved Sergio Ramos, even though he's got a fiery temper. Mixed girls are the best. Thank you. Will Nike be the new sponsorship of Real Madrid? I don't have the inside information on that. I love Nike kits. I've always been a Nike girl, but that would be cool if they were. Let's see, a couple of questions, and then we'll end this live stream. Who do you think will win the Champions League? Hopefully Real Madrid. It's a little soon to see, but or to know, but we'll have to see how some of the new coaches fare in the Premiership or the Premier League. How Real Madrid fares this full season with Zidane, and I hope Real Madrid. I think will get far this year. Do I think Ronaldo is a Real Madrid legend? Obviously, he's a Real Madrid legend. He scored more goals than any player. He's still scoring goals. This season, I think, will really tell if he'll stick around or if he'll continue to score as many goals. Hey, Ashley, you and me now. I don't know what that means. Shout out to Stefan Schwarzmeier. Hey, man, thanks for watching. Last one, un beso for Claudia Blidar. Un beso for you, my friend. Casillas or Navas. I love Navas, but Casillas is a legend. And that's it for me, guys. This wasn't supposed to be so long. Tune in. I'll be doing more lives, and I'll see you guys this weekend. Bye.